Hello, Trevor here. I'm going to do a November 2018 Senate prediction based on the 34 races that there are. Now, I'm going to be up front. I think Republicans are going to be in a very good position. Here's why. They passed the tax cuts. The FISA memo has been released. Democrats within the last month have lost 13 of their 18-point advantage on the generic ballot. Now, even CNN is reporting that. Not good news for them. They have been blamed for the shutdown. They shut down the government over protecting illegal aliens over the citizens. Not one of them voted for the tax bill. Not one. Most Republicans voted for the tax bill. And it's working, and its popularity is increasing. However, the Democrats, since they haven't voted for it, it's going to make them more vulnerable. Plus, they voted against, a vast majority of them voted against Justice Gorsuch, which was part of President Trump's promise, one of his major promises and major reasons he won the presidency. They don't have a real message. It's an anti-Trump message. That's it. They're not running on anything else. And plus, President Trump has presented them with a very good DACA deal. They have refused it. It's not going. Their base isn't going to be happy. And President Trump put them into a corner there. President Trump's approval rating is coming up. If it keeps going that way, it's going to be even better. Now, people are saying that the Senate election in Alabama with Doug Jones is a sign of a blue wave. No, it's not. The only reason he won is because the other candidate, Judge Moore, was falsely accused of pedophilia. I mean, Doug Jones is going to win. It has nothing to do with his political beliefs. And although New Jersey had a Republican governor, it's a blue state overall, and it voted for Clinton, so that's no sign that there's going to be a blue wave. Virginia is already a blue state as well. No sign of a blue wave there. And those elections were held last year when we weren't doing so well. Republicans weren't doing so well. All right, so let me go through the blue states first. Solid blue. Obviously California. Nevada. I think this one is very likely that the Democrats will pick this up. I hate to admit it, but Dean Heller isn't doing so well in his approval ratings there. Hawaii, that's always solid blue. Washington, solid blue. New Mexico, solid blue. Maine, solid blue, usually. New York, solid blue. Vermont, solid blue. That's solid blue. That's Massachusetts. Rhode Island, solid blue. Connecticut, solid blue. I'm going to get back to New Jersey. Delaware, solid blue. Now, Maryland, they have Manning running. You know, I don't know if she's going to run or win the nomination or what, but if she is, I think Maryland would remain blue, but I think she'd be a pretty weak candidate. So I'm going to make it a, likely Democrat there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Virginia, it's a blue state. They're probably going to keep that. Tim Kaine, he was a vice presidential nominee last year. He won the state. Clinton, they won it. All right, now for the solid red states. Texas. Cruz has a 9-point edge over, I forgot his name. I think his first name is Beto. But this is a solid Republican state. People are saying, oh, excuse me for this. This is solid blue. New Mexico there. Excuse me. Okay, now let me get back to Texas now. As I was saying, Cruz has a 9-point edge in approval ratings here, and he's an incumbent. Um, that's an advantage. Texas isn't going blue. All right, it's not going blue. No way. Not hopefully never. Arizona, they have Sheriff Joe. I think he'd be a decent candidate, but I don't know what others think. Um, he lost the sheriff election in 2016. I guess it's because of his sentence. However, he was pardoned, and I think people in Arizona may come back to trust him again. We'll see. I'm going to make this most likely Republican. Utah, it's solid red. I think Mitt Romney is running. I don't really like him, but, he's a Republican. Although he's not, doesn't seem like he's pro-Trump enough. Okay, let's get to this special election here. Now, Al Franken, obviously, there's photographic evidence and all this. A lot of accusations that were pretty much proven true. Let's not get into that. I think we have the potential to win this year. I don't think voters want to reward Franken by replacing him with someone basically the same with the same ideology as him. I think Amy Klobuchar is pretty safe. I'm going to give her most likely blue. But remember, President Trump only lost that state by 1.5 points. So, you know what? I mean, she's an incumbent, and she's very likely to win. But not the same for Tina Smith, and she's not even very widely known either among the voters. I'm going to give that lean Republican there. North Dakota, Heitkamp is, you got to remember that President Trump won this state by 36 points. His approval rating is pretty high, a lot higher than the national average there right now. And she only won because of a controversial Republican, in 2012 to begin with. Wyoming, that's very safe. It's going to be a Republican. Let's see here. Montana, I think that's going to be Republican. John Tester, he voted for the shutdown for one, and he's already very vulnerable in that state. Nebraska, Fisher, she's safe. Solid red. Missouri, let's see. I think he won. President Trump, he won that by 19 points. I don't think McCaskill's going to be safe here. She's far left, definitely does not represent that state. Tennessee now, we have the former Democratic governor running. And I think she's pretty... this might be... I think this is going to go to the Republicans. However, I think it's going to be more competitive than it would have been if she hadn't been in the race. So I'm going to make this likely Republican. Mississippi, that's solid red. Indiana, this is Vice President Pence. This is his home state. Plus, President Trump won that state in a landslide. He won that by 19 points as well. Joe Donnelly's approval is going down. I think we're going to take that. Ohio, President Trump won that by decent large margin, like 8 points. Sherrod Brown hasn't been... most Democrats haven't been voting for President Trump's agenda. But I think that person is vulnerable. I think we're going to pick that up. That's becoming a red state, much like that's becoming, Ohio, I think they're becoming solid red. Virginia, they're becoming solid blue. Now, West Virginia, this is Trump's, he won this state by 42 points, okay? Now, Manchin, I think he may either switch parties, or since he is, the most conservative Democrat, I think this will be competitive, even though this is Trump's biggest stronghold. So I'm going to make this likely Republican, because who knows, maybe Manchin will switch parties, or he probably won't, I don't know. Or we'll come up with a good candidate. Now, Florida, if Rick Scott is running, I think we're going to take that. I think we're going to win that, especially with how well he handled the Hurricanes down there. Pennsylvania, I'm going to make that possibly Republican there. Trump won that state. It's part of the Rust Belt. So will Wisconsin and Michigan. A lot of money is going to go into these races here. Now, New Jersey, Menendez, with his corruption trial, he has 29% approval rating, and his party is being they're supporting him. Yes, he has a primary challenger, but he's supported by the DNC. He's probably going to win the primary, and if Democrat voters are dumb enough to make them their candidate, and Republicans, well, overall, we have to have good candidates here. This is, if we don't have strong candidates, we probably won't win these states. Now, this one here, as I was saying, New Jersey, if we come up with a strong candidate, I think we'll probably take that there. Even though it's a strong blue state, I don't think people, knowing how corrupt Menendez is, are going to re-elect him. Well, here it is. Hopefully this is the case, but it could be way off. It could be exactly right. We never know. I think there's a red wave coming. Not a blue one, especially with the way things are going now. Things are going good for President Trump. They're getting better and better. That FISA memo, that's only 10% of the Democrats' corruption spying on his campaign there. There's still 90% of it yet to be released. I think the Democrats may shut down the government again. I'm not sure on the 8th. We'll have to see about that. If President Trump gets a couple more or even one more major legislative victory there, people are going to be pretty happy. They are starting to be very happy, especially with this economy. If things keep going the way they are, we're going to have a red wave, a landslide. Now, with 62 Republicans, that'd be a super majority, plus 2, making it filibuster-proof. And Democrats would be the weakest they've been in a very long time. All right, thank you. I'll probably try to update this map again when all the candidates are chosen, or a lot of them are, and whether someone else are running. Because if Rick Scott isn't running, I don't think we can take Florida. I don't know. But this is my final prediction right here for now. Thank you for watching. God bless. Bye.